Hey, good morning ladies and gents. And welcome to another great episode of Greenwood's Talks Science. My name is Will Ferrel, the host with the most. I want to tell you guys some news about myself. I have a movie coming up where I will be playing the role of Louis Pasteur. So to prepare for this super awesome role, I asked a guy named Mr. Lil Holt. Who is this Pasteur guy? He gave me some info. It's good info. Turns out this guy was pretty important. He was French, yeah. French. I have to act smart cause this guy was also a chemist and microbiologist. He created the first vaccine for rabies and anthrax. His experiments supported the germ theory of disease. Ever hear of pasteurized milk? Yup, that was him. He boiled some water and checked if bacteria still was around. He thought it wouldn't be, and yeah, he was right. Pasteur demonstrated that fermentation is caused by the growth of microorganisms, and that the emergent growth of bacteria in nutrient broths is not due to spontaneous generation but rather to biogenesis. Immunization was due to this guy too. So he had some chickens. With the chickens he did an experiment where he injected some bacteria that was weakened to them. Over time they built an immunity against these bacteria. Later on he administered some fresh bacteria into the chickens. What happened? This is what happened, the chickens were good to go. This guy was smart though. His death occurred in 1895, near Paris, from complications of a series of strokes that he had started in 1868. On an aside, pasteurization is a process of heating a food, usually a liquid, to a specific temperature for a definite length of time, and then cooling it immediately. This process slows microbial growth in food. So you can probably see how this can be funny. Bacteria and microorganisms were first observed with a microscope by Tony van Leeuwenhoek in 1676, initiating the scientific field microbiology. Hey, a day, you probably already knew that, right? You're still with me, right? Speaking about microbiology, start thinking about what may carry infectious disease. Mosquitoes? Foodborne bacteria? Houseflies? Yeah, these are all possible vectors that may carry an infectious disease. What was that word I just said? Vectors, that's what it was. Ladies and gents, that may be a good word to write in your science notebooks. Just a heads up. Mr. Lil Holt loves good notes. One time I wasn't taking good notes about Louis and he made me do some prop homework. It was not fun. Here's what is fun. Specific acquired immunity against infectious diseases is sometimes mediated by antibodies or T lymphocytes. Pasteur was the guy who used chickens to learn more about this type of thing. So why did he work so hard to do all this pasteurization stuff? Well, he was hired by a consumer drink manufacturer to figure out why their drinks kept going bad. He figured it out. It all goes back to that boiling water. Remember? Cool. Mr. Lil Holt, how are we doing on time? It doesn't matter how we were doing on time cause we were learning about science. Science. Another thing we should mention is your spontaneous generation thing. How's that working out for ya? Any spontaneous growth? Anything? Well, yeah, that's what my guess would be. No spontaneous generation is going on. You know what's crazy? Back before the time of Pasteur, people really believed that the things like flies and mice actually spontaneously came to be if the right conditions were set up. Back then, this was science. This is blowing my mind. Science is awesome.